It's a lovely evening, cool and dry, just right for football. The pitch will be so much better than on Saturday, but the involvement of players and supporters will be just as great as it was then. Brighton's team shows two changes, one positional. Foster, who's played at Wembley twice before for England, returns to partner Stevens in the middle of the defence. Steve Gatting moves to right back in place of the injured Chris Ramsey. The unlucky Ramsey still gets a medal, by the way, and the man who came on for him on Saturday, Jerry Ryan, is again Brighton's number 12. With Remy Moses still suspended, Manchester United are unchanged. They'll be looking for more typical performances from Kevin Moran and Norman Whiteside, who showed on Saturday the effects of a hard season. Young Alan Davis keeps his place at number 11, and Ashley Grimes again substitute. The same colours, the same teams. I wonder if we'll have the same sort of match. Header by Duxbury, then by Pearce, and then Moran, and now Whiteside. Davis has made a run down the right and Foster got a foot in. He'll be wanting to settle as quickly as possible, having not played on Saturday. Free kick to Manchester United in this glinting evening sunshine. Gordon McQueen has made his way up to the far side of the area. It'll be Wilkins to take. And Stapleton is jumping with Foster, and it came down to Arnold Muren. Here's Stevens. Case. Little touch on by Robinson, and back to him from Smith. Robinson, what a fine challenge. Kevin Moran depriving Michael Robinson of what might well have been the opening goal. The interchange here is between Robinson and Smith. Look how nicely they worked it too. Moran was second best, but he slid in and forced Robinson to shoot wide. Here's Muren. Wilkins. Albiston to Whiteside. Albiston again, low in for Davis, who got a good position. Robson! That's the goal that Manchester United wanted from their captain after 25 minutes. That unerring left foot of the most expensive footballer in Britain opens the scoring in the replay. Norman Whiteside and Arthur Albiston involved in the move. So too was Alan Davis. What a good layback there. The left foot shot seemed to go through the legs of Pearce, and it beat Mosley, who might well have been unsighted anyway. Davis just set it up there. The strike by Robson through Pearce past Mosley. Manchester United lead by 1-0. Brian Robson. Wilkins. Davis. And he forces the corner off Pearce. Oh, McQueen was doing some climbing there, surely. This is Davis. Turned it in for Whiteside. To Manchester United after 29 minutes. Norman Whiteside the scorer. Gordon McQueen first of all going in for the cross, but Alan Davis, who made the first goal for Robson, kept his cool. He looked up, he chipped in the perfect ball. Whiteside's header, goalkeeper couldn't reach it, neither could Grealish. 2-0 to United. And you can throw the comics away now, because this fellow at just 18 has put the fiction writers out of business. Wilkins. Murin, little touch in for Whiteside. And Manchester United in these last few minutes taking the opportunity to put on the style. At this stage of the evening, the possibility of the cup final being settled on penalties is obviously receding. Pierce. Straight to Wilkins, though, and a good run. Stapleton knocking it back. It was a good run by Stapleton there to shake them off. Whiteside's coming in from the far side. Wilkins is also well forward. Here's Davis. And now Duxbury. Stapleton. And Wilkins has got some space. Whiteside didn't make contact on that occasion. Well, the Manchester United supporters have enjoyed some memorable moments in this stadium. We've already spoken about the European Cup final here in '68. They beat Liverpool here in '77 in the FA Cup final. Now Murin. Cut out, though, by Gatting to Smiley. Grealish has pushed forward in this Brighton attack. And it's a goal kick. On what we've seen generally, Jimmy, would you give Brighton very much chance of getting their way back into the match after the spirit we've seen from them up to now?
I wouldn't like to write them off, but there were just signs there when United made that last attack that there was more space appearing, once on the left and then once the time before really on the right. And it is hard to keep running when you're 2-0 down. They're not getting much reward for their efforts so far in terms of goal attempts. As you say, the United defenders have tightened themselves up, and when they attack now, they do look dangerous. What a tackle that was from Jimmy Case, who in many respects might be my man of the first half. He's been brilliant.
And right on cue, here he is again. Grealish through the middle. Case's shot has been deflected by Moran. Brilliant save by Bailey. Fantastic goalkeeping. Jimmy Case's blockbuster came off Kevin Moran. Watch the number 5 here. Case is looking to his left. He lines up the shot. It hits Moran on the back, and Bailey was wrong-footed, but he got back to make an acrobatic save. Corner to Brighton. And in they... Stevens coming in at the back there, well cleared. Stevens' header. It's funny then, when we were watching the replay of that shot from Case, Gary Bailey got a kiss from Ray Wilkins, who was so delighted that his goalkeeper had protected Manchester United's 2-goal lead. It was some change of direction by Bailey. Look at Albiston again. It was Whiteside's pass to him. And Murin finds Whiteside, who looked as though he was past Foster there and got caught. Murin takes the kick. And the header by Robson finds Stapleton. McQueen made a touch, and it's been thrown in. Brian Robson gets his second, and Manchester United's third. It was so easy for Robson then. A minute before half-time, Murin took the free kick. Gordon McQueen was causing problems again in the penalty area. Watch it knocked back by Stapleton. It runs loose. Brian Robson says thanks a lot. Brighton taken apart here. The defence was beaten in the air. Stapleton so powerful there against Stevens. Mosley beaten. Foster appeals in vain. It's 3-0 to United. And Brian Robson has scored 2 of them. He could be the key man United United said, and how right they were up to now. Stoppage time at the end of the first half. Case for Brighton. Foster, and away by Stapleton, now defending. So Robson now in the first half is on a hat-trick. That hasn't been achieved in a Wembley FA Cup final since 1953. What a first half for the fans, for Manchester United and for Brian Robson. The clock must have gone back a bit for Jimmy Melia in those devastating minutes in the first half when United took the game by storm. Davis short to Muren. And McQueen came in with the header, leaving Foster on the ground as he did so. Manchester United will look upon this as a far more complete performance than the one that they produced on Saturday, and possibly than the one that they produced in the Milk Cup final. And tonight, despite the attention there of Robinson, their team lead by 3-0. Here's Foster, being roundly booed by the United fans, which is a shame because the final has been played and conducted in a reasonable spirit until then, and Jimmy Case has perhaps been one of the few offenders, with a couple of challenges on Wilkins on Saturday and another one just there which was high. An hour of the match gone. Wilkins, and Case is after him again. Good experience this for players like Gary Howlett. Their team may be trailing, but Brighton are still pushing the ball around neatly as and when they can, or as and when they're allowed to. Here's Grealish. Robinson as Moran slid in. And Brian Robson did more than slide in. And Stapleton. Robson has charged forward through the inside right position. Oh, and he's got behind. Was he held? The linesman flagged. Penalty! Penalty! Stevens on Robson. The linesman gave it. Colin Downey with the red flag on the far side. Put it across his chest. He saw that as an offence inside the area, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Brian Robson gets behind Stevens. Yes, he held him back. He held him back by the arm. It's a penalty. Now then, a penalty has never been missed in an FA Cup final at Wembley. We've had one in the replay the last 2 years, and now we've got another. And before the match started, Arnold Muren volunteered to take the kicks because Steve Coppell, the regular penalty taker, is injured. Now, Arnold Muren hasn't taken a penalty before for either Ipswich or Manchester United. But he scores with his left foot and makes it 4-0 after 63 minutes. Muren's taken them for Holland, he took them for his Dutch club 20, and he took that one for United, giving Mosley no chance at all. Stapleton. And Whiteside up with Foster. And Graham Mosley, a Manchester United supporter as a boy, queued all night to get a ticket for the European Cup final here in '68. Well, they put 4 past him tonight. Case. Nicely from Albiston, across to Robinson. Gatting. They tried to fox Muren, but McQueen was covering. Foster slides it back. Whiteside. Through the legs of the referee to Wilkins. And Stapleton starts a run down the right, and that slide rule pass of Wilkins puts Stapleton on his way. There are 3 waiting in the centre. There's possibilities here for United. Davis, can he find one of the men to his left? Brian Robson was unmarked, looking for his hat-trick. Instead, here's Smith. The midfield's empty now, the players switch so quickly. Smiley. Smith. Oh, Ryan almost getting in. It's Moran's header. Smiley's cross. And McQueen out as far as Robinson. Works it back in for Ryan. And now Grealish. What a worker he is, Tony Grealish. There's a lost cause till he arrived. Robinson, Pearce. And McQueen. Smiley. And offside against Grealish. Well, Bailey had to make the save. He wasn't to know about the linesman flagging. Grealish has been perpetual motion for Brighton in both matches, and what a sporting gesture there, reflecting the spirit in which the final has been played. There are 10 minutes left. Whiteside for Manchester United. Stapleton's out on the right wing for the moment. Davis has come to the left. Whiteside. Oh! Hit the bar! Time seemed to stand still. Possibly the goalkeeper did for a moment too. Well, the Seagulls' flight is well and truly over now. And the rest of this FA Cup final replay may belong to Manchester United, but the Brighton supporters are not allowing that to affect their own response from the right-hand end of the ground, because there are blue and white flags waving away to my right, a fine gesture, and their team still attack with Foster. And Gatting is in. Good save by Bailey. Robinson, good save again. Gatting is up there again, and a touch out by McQueen, and Manchester United, a compliment to Brighton, had to pull everybody back, and look where Mosley is. Oh dear, they have to get back now. Whiteside, Stapleton, still the goalkeeper retreats. Muren follows up. Oh, it's heady stuff this, but it seems to reflect the kind of cup final we've seen and enjoyed. Just can't believe it, they've kept the pace up right to the end, both teams. Smith. Case. And Ryan comes in with Robinson. And now it's 2 against 2. Whiteside, it's 3 against 2. Robson's the spare man. Stapleton's to his left. And Robson charges through. Oh, Foster's given it back to him. It's still Robson. Now can he find Stapleton? We're in the final minutes, and the fans at both ends of the stadium are making this a scene that will live in the memory. There are flags everywhere. Brighton are saying how much they've enjoyed the experience, and Manchester United are saluting their team's first major trophy for 6 years. The last minute, very different tonight from that on Saturday when Gordon Smith came so close to winning the cup for Brighton. Just remember how close they were then in the dying seconds. But now they're 4 goals down, in time being added on for stoppages. Because tonight belongs to Manchester United and to Brian Robson. And Manchester United have won the FA Cup with the biggest winning margin for 80 years. 4 goals to nil. 1903 was the last time the cup was won so convincingly, and Ron Atkinson looks relieved, and well he might. His emotions were torn one way and then the other on Saturday, but Manchester United, the club that Matt Busby built, have won their first major trophy under their new management, and only their second since the European Cup here 15 years ago. Britain's most expensive footballer, the captain of England, scorer of 2 goals tonight, Brian Robson, goes up the Wembley steps to receive the first major honour of his career as a senior professional, followed by the other Manchester United players. And what a reception they're going to get from the biggest football fan club in the world. Congratulations from Chairman Martin Edwards, and the cup from Princess Michael of Kent. Manchester United, the most famous club in football, have won only their second major trophy in 15 years. And won it convincingly by 4 goals to nil.